Well, as we know, kids and teens return to school this week to a different environment than last school year. I got a chance to speak with the founder and CEO of Ignite Teen Treatment, Mendi, to ask about ways of dealing with your child if you notice that they're starting to struggle and they're starting to become a lot more anxious. So how do we tackle it? What are your suggestions?
So I have my 4Cs that I really kind of fall back on a lot when I talk about parenting, and I'll cover those in a moment. The one thing I want to also mention is that when I talk about this and when I talk about what parents need to look for, many parents struggle with guilt. Okay, they have this guilt that they should have known. How do they know? What do I do? Know that learning how to deal with a teen and with a young person, you don't learn that through osmosis. You learn it through practice, and you learn it through trying and through learning. And so I hope my 4Cs will be helpful. Number one, the first C is create a baseline. Okay, when you want to know if your teen is struggling or if COVID or this reintegration back into school or the various things we've discussed are challenging them and are causing issues, you have to have a baseline to compare it to. What is your teen's norm, right? What are their normal eating habits? What are their normal sleeping habits? What are the normal social habits, right? What is their emotions like? What are their emotions like? Are they more labile? Are the emotions going up and down? Is there more stability? Get a picture, a mental snapshot of what your teen looks like today. That way you can tell when things are off based off how they are today. The second thing is check in, and check in often, okay? Parents want to assume that teens can they're self-governing, they can take care of themselves, they're teens, we don't want to be overburdensome, we don't want to push them away, but checking in and communicating with your teen is an incredible tool that has to be used and has to be used often. And sometimes it's not organic, right? Your teen doesn't always want to hang out. But creating those moments is important. Say dinner time, put down your phone, make your teen put down their phone, set a time where you can communicate so that if issues show up, you can address it. That's the second C. The third C is collaboration. And collaboration means sit down with your teen and work with them. Let's build a schedule. Let's build time for self-care. Let's talk about your eating and sleeping habits. Let's talk about your social behaviors. Let's work together to create an environment, especially with school being partially hybrid. Some people haven't even gone back to school. A lot of it's online. The schedule's a lot more loose. Let's collaborate together to create an environment and a schedule that will be most effective. And the fourth one is C for create a community. Okay, you can't always do it alone. There's that famous saying, it takes a village, and it's true. Now, not everybody has those kind of resources, but the more you can do to integrate family and mentors and friends and neighbors and coaches into your community, the greater chance you'll have at both being able to catch issues if they arise, and also in placing supports for your teens that they have people to talk to and things to do and motivation, especially when they're so socially isolated.
Well, Mendi, those are great tips. Definitely something that people can keep in mind and write down and try to help them along this very difficult journey. Founder and CEO of Ignite Teen Treatment. We're going to put this interview on our sister station's website, news3lv.com. Thank you so much for your time.